Okay, let's talk about Bruno Mars and why his current chart dominance is way more fascinating than just another number. Here's the quick hook. Bruno Mars just tied with Kendrick Lamar for the second longest #1 run on the hot R&B/hip-hop songs chart. Wait, Kendrick? The guy who just dropped a diss track that broke the internet? That same Kendrick? Yeah. That's the first thing that makes me go, hold up, what's actually going on here? Because on paper, this looks like a pop star dominating a genre chart, but dig deeper, and it's a masterclass in how artistry, marketing, and Grammy politics collide. Let's unpack this. First off, Bruno Mars isn't just having a moment, he's built a career out of blurring lines. His new single, I Just Might, has spent 22 weeks at #1. That's longer than most reality TV show marriages last. But here's the twist. A lot of people hear this song and think, wait, isn't this pop? And that's exactly the point. Mars is playing this strategic game where he's pushing the R&B label to boost his Grammy chances. Why? Because the Grammys love narratives. They love authenticity. So if he can argue this is R&B, he's not just competing in pop, he's stacking wins in multiple categories. From my perspective, this isn't just about the song, it's about legacy. Mars is positioning himself as a multi-genre titan, not just a catchy hook machine. Now, let's geek out on the numbers for a second. 22 weeks at #1. That ties him with Kendrick's Not Like Us, a track that was basically a cultural reset button during the Drake feud. But here's what's wild, Mars' song isn't aggressive, it's not a diss track, it's not even breaking sonic boundaries. It's smooth, polished, retrofuturistic. So why does it stick? Because it's got that timeless Bruno formula, throwback soul with modern production. What many people don't realize is that this kind of consistency is harder than it looks. You're not just topping charts, you're keeping listeners hooked for months. That's not luck, it's calculated artistry. But wait, let's zoom out. This isn't just about one song. Mars has 5 #1s on this chart, and his album, The Romantic, is probably going to sweep next year's Grammys. Which makes me wonder, is this the start of a new era where genre labels are basically meaningless? Because if Bruno can dominate R&B while sounding like pop, and Silk Sonic can drop a disco-funk album that feels fresh in 2026, what does that say about how we categorize music today? A detail I find fascinating is how this reflects a broader industry shift. Artists aren't sticking to boxes anymore, they're genre fluid, and the Grammys are scrambling to keep up. Here's the deeper layer, why does this matter? Well, it's about legacy. Bruno Mars is building a resume that's going to make his case for legend status undeniable. The Grammys love rewarding artists who can transcend genres, and by tying Kendrick, a rapper who's basically rewriting hip-hop history, he's inserting himself into that conversation. But is that fair? Is a smooth, radio-friendly R&B track really in the same league as a culture-shifting rap epic? That's a debate. But Mars doesn't need to win that argument, he just needs the voters to agree. So here's my closing thought, while we're all distracted by the Drake-Kendrick beef or the latest TikTok viral trend, Bruno Mars is quietly stacking wins that'll define this era of music. His ability to stay relevant, adapt without losing his sound, and play the awards game better than almost anyone is something we're going to be talking about years from now. What do you think? Does Bruno deserve his spot next to the greats, or is this just a clever chart gimmick? Drop your take below, let's argue about it.